Hello, everybody! Cyanesque111 here, and welcome to another game of Civilization 6. But the very first game of the Leader Pass. There have been several new leaders and leader modes that have been released throughout the time the Leader Pass expansion was rolled out. I was expecting there to be new civilizations for us to play as, but to my slight disappointment, all there were to see were that there were new leaders only for civilizations that are already in the game. But regardless, I can't wait to check them out. And what better time than now? I'm not going to be going through every single one of them in this video. I am going to go ahead and play through one of them right now. So let me show them to you. There's Abraham Lincoln. What does that say? Ptolemaic Cleopatra? However you pronounce that. I'm just gonna call it P Cleopatra. Hope that works. There's Elizabeth I of England. There's the Varangian Harald Hardrada. Moving down the list, we have Ludwig II of Germany. We have Nader Shah of Persia, and Nzinga Mbande of Congo. Further down the list, we have Qin, the Unifier of China. Ramesses II of Egypt. Saladin the Sultan of Arabia. Sejong of Korea. Suleiman Muhtasim of the Ottoman Empire. Sundiata Keita of Mali. Theodora of the Byzantine Empire. Tokugawa of Japan. The Age of Steam Victoria of England. Wu Zetian of China. And finally, Yongle of China. So, wow. That's a lot of leaders that have been added from the Leader Pass into Civilization 6. I'm quite impressed with the devs for thinking about so many new ways we could play the game. But for this game, I'm just gonna go for a classic leader with a different mode. And that would be Qin the Unifier. Why? Because, first of all, I am quite familiar with China as a civilization in this game, with its dynastic cycle, with Eurekas and Inspirations providing 50% of civics and technologies instead of the usual 40%. We get a random Eureka and Inspiration from the Era of the Wonder if it's completed, and if it's available. The Eureka or Inspiration, I mean. We get the Crouching Tiger Unique Unit, which is a ranged unit with a range of 1 and high combat strength, and the unique ability of the Great Wall, which provides +2 gold and an increase to defense. We have a bonus to gold if we have the Great Wall adjacent to other segments. Plus, we get additional culture and tourism as you advance through the technology tree for adjacent segments. It must be built along the borders of my empire, obviously. It can only be pillaged, but not destroyed, by natural disasters. So that is some new information. We get to learn that our Great Wall can be pillaged, but it can never be destroyed by natural disasters. So that means, if anyone is at war with us, they won't be able to destroy our Great Wall completely, or segments of it at least. But the thing I'm really after is Qin the Unifier's unique leader ability. 36 stratagems. Melee units receive the Convert Barbarians action. This action converts barbarian units into my units, although it removes the melee unit. So, that means that the devs are finally letting us do something about the barbarians, if we so choose, despite there being the cost of a unit of ours? Really?
Yay! Wahoo! I am definitely a robot voice, but I am celebrating on Cyan's behalf that Qin the Unifier can actually do something about the barbarians. This is the absolute greatest leader of all time, hands down. Thank you times infinity, Sid Meier.
Anyway. Let me just go ahead and make some adjustments to my game here. Instead of the usual continents map, I'm actually gonna swap things up and do either the Highlands or the Wetlands map. Highlands is a large region dominated by hills and mountain ranges. I practiced on that map one time, and it was so-so for me. Wetlands, I have never gotten to try around yet. So I think I'm gonna be adventurous and choose the Wetlands for my type of map. Obviously, we're gonna be playing on huge size, and the leader pool... Tell you what. In case you can't tell what I'm doing, I'm looking through the leader list and selecting every single one of the leaders that came with the Leader Pass expansion. What I would do for practice purposes is that I would have every single one of these leaders, except for the ones that came with the Leader Pass, enabled, because I didn't want to spoil the surprise there. But I think that should be all of them I checked off. Let me just go back through and see if I missed anything. No, it looks like I'm good. So with that being said, I'm gonna make half of the leaders in this game come from the Leader Pass expansion that has been rolled out recently. And, do I want any of these modes enabled? I do Barbarian Clans, Heroes and Legends, Monopolies and Corporations, and Secret Societies mode very often. I'm gonna have Barbarian Clans and Secret Societies enabled, because why not? And for those of you who want the games and map random seeds, here they are. With that, we're starting. Wish me luck, everyone.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on towards the stars. In your people lies your greatest strength, Emperor Qin Shi Huang. From all over the world, others will come to gaze upon the great walls and towering wonders of your united China. May the hands of your men never blister, as they work hard and fast to raise the most impressive structures that the world will ever know. Protect them well, and you will forever be immortalized.
And with all that, let's begin. Huh. I'd say that this is a pretty okay starting position, given that we are near an ocean, because that would immediately give us the Eureka for the sailing technology. I'll just have to do a little bit of exploring to see if we can find anything useful. Oh gosh. One thing that I'm quite nervous about getting started here is that I've known for a time that Streamlabs has been making some of my games a bit laggy compared to when I would use the old method of recording I used to have. But the old method of recording is still pre-built into my computer, but I hardly ever use it anymore because it kept having issues. But anyways, do you want to found a city here? It will remove the rainforest on this tile. I don't care. I've got my first city nonetheless. Oh, please don't tell me my game's gonna crash. Yeah, this is my biggest fear of Streamlabs. Okay, the sound is back. I thought the game was gonna crash on me, but patience is gonna be more of a virtue than ever if I'm gonna be recording with Streamlabs and playing this game. I don't know if you saw down here, but there was the button for the Convert Barbarians action. Even though you just missed it. This is not where I want my unit to go, and my research is going to first of all be of pottery. Oh my gosh, this is off to a pretty rocky start, isn't it? I might have to revert back to my old form of recording for this, provided that it doesn't cause my computer to go spiraling out of control. I'm sure I'll have a good time with this game nonetheless. I hope. Okay. Okay, there's a sugar resource right here, I see. Yep, sugar. Kinda looks to me like a little bit like the cream icon from Cookie Clicker, because I've been really into Cookie Clicker recently, and seeing the numbers go up is so addictive. Especially after you have passed a certain milestone, you get an achievement and you get more milk. It's satisfying, to say the least. And all of a sudden, it goes smoothly now. I'm just nervous now about me meeting another leader and the game going slower than I would like for it to. Oh. And speaking of which,
Nos somos Felipe, rey de España y Portugal. Empero, por encima de todo, somos fieles devotos de la única y verdadera religión.
here's Philip II. Not a leader past leader, but sure. I'll have him sample my hospitality, see all there is to offer in my civilization, even though it's just one small city named Xi'an, or Cheyenne. I know a little bit about Chinese, but not a whole lot for me to be comfortable fluently saying it. I even have an OC on DeviantArt whose culture is based on Chinese one. She even runs a noodle stand in Chinatown. I don't know if I have plans on revealing her to DeviantArt in the near future, given how lazy I keep being with all my other OCs than the Hypnofeet trio. All I know is that it took me about 2 whole months to get that one video where the Hypnofeet trio talks with me about my greatest accomplishments on YouTube up to that point done. Oh my gosh. I guess this is why some YouTubers might have scripts for anything they want to say. Anything important they want to say in their videos. Don't they? Maybe I should come up with my own strategy for that in future videos.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
We got pottery done, at least. Next up should be animal husbandry, because horses. Great for cavalry. Ooh, we got someone else.
Harald Sigurðarson stendur fyrir þér. Aldrei var víking slík landsnja lagar. Ertu hræddur?
Speech was a little bit off sync with the lip movement here, but here we have our first leader past leader. Varangian Harald Hardrada. It is an honor to meet you, sir. Capitals? Sure, for now. Don't really know if that's gonna become an issue later on, but we'll see. We'll see how he plays his cards. I know about an issue about other leaders settling way too close to your cities and them declaring war on you. It's not really an ideal scenario to be in, you know? Because you gotta produce warriors as quickly as you can if you even want to have a chance at surviving. But it seems like no matter what you do, the opponent is always going to be better prepared than you are. Sending us a delegation, Harold. It is most welcome. Excellent indeed. Haha. I believe the next order of business should be to... While I'm waiting for my second warrior to be produced, I should have this one go look for a tribal village or a barbarian encampment. And lo and behold, I have my very first government. I'm using Discipline and God King. Just like I always do in my games. Oh, where's that going? That's obviously not what I want it to do. So I'm hitting cancel on that and go into craftsmanship. It says to improve 3 tiles, but look at what I'm producing. A warrior. Not a builder, unfortunately. It's only a moderate flood here. That's not really affecting me. I've learned to counter natural disasters with a governor. With a promotion that will cause all of your improvements and districts to not be affected by natural disasters. Oh! Well, this is interesting. Quite a treat, too, actually. We got into a tribal village, and they gave us a builder. How nice. Thank you, tribal village. Although... I don't really see any suitable place for my builder to build a farm on. And I don't have the mining technology researched yet, and very likely won't be researching it for a long time. Or not for a long time. But after animal husbandry has been researched, I'll go ahead and look into it. I'm just gonna have this builder go to sleep for now, and wake him up whenever I finally need him. Philip II is giving me a delegation now, too. With some churros. Most welcome, and delightful of you. Still haven't been running into any barbarian encampments yet. Still kind of hoping we do so soon. Another tribal village, I see. I think what I'm gonna have this warrior do is go exploring up here to see if any barbarian encampments are nearby. I know they're not immediately nearby, but it's better to be prepared. If you know what I'm saying. That's good. I think after this granary is...
I'm fond of pigs.
I think after this granary is finished, I'm gonna go ahead and train a settler so I can settle my second city of the game. I don't want anyone to beat me to any of the lands that lie beyond me. What do I get? Villagers share the secrets of their well-organized community, and I got military tradition out of it. Nice. Uh-oh. We have a visual. Barbarian and Scout. So maybe what I would likely want this warrior to do is to go ahead and patrol somewhere along this side of Cyan. So it'll be better guarded from any barbarians that come. Here we got a city-state, Muscat. We are the first major civilization to meet Muscat. So we got an envoy there. And yes, other leaders. I know that there's still so much for you guys to discover, but I just want to be better prepared for the environment around me. I hope you don't mind that.
Skill without imagination is craftsmanship.
For those of you that are wondering, I'm gonna skip over the quotes that come with completing a research or civic. I just think that listening to all of them would be kind of a waste of time, although they do come from people who have contributed to society at least a decent amount, and I'm still very proud of those people regardless. Don't get me wrong. There's a musket warrior blocking me. I'm just gonna skip my turn for now. And I'll have you alert for right now. Mining and the granary I'm producing should be complete next turn.
When you find yourself in a hole...
Yeah, quit digging, I know. And my granary's complete too. For my research... I think I ought to do writing next, because it's gonna be quite a ways before we get bronze working, masonry, and wheel. Less so with archery, astrology, and irrigation. And I kinda need the science if I want to progress any further down the research tree. Let me go ahead and get a settler going for right now. And I think after this next turn, I'm gonna go ahead and end things off. Have you go over here for right now. I still kind of want my warrior to be on alert for any barbarians that come through here. But yep. Well, before I go ahead and end this video off, my builder finally gets a chance to do something. Well, that is, after I wait another turn. It's not going to be mining, but I'm going to get more gold per turn from this. Building me a camp. I think truffles is a luxury resource, is it? Yep, it is. Well, that's about as far as I'm going to go for this part. I can't really say that this is the best start I've ever had, but it certainly is better than most of the practice ones I've had. I'll tell you that much. I still have yet to see any of the real new leaders other than just the alternate versions of existing leaders. Harold is of the Hermetic Order, and Philip is not in a secret society yet. I'll have to make my choice here pretty soon on which secret society I want to belong with. We've discovered the Owls of Minerva and the Void Singers, but still have yet to discover the other two. Hopefully that's gonna happen at some point soon. But until we get to find out, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next part. Bye!